First, it's called securities fraud. Why is it called securities fraud? The mortgage they sold on the market no longer has an asset backing it. It's gone. You're supposed to sell that mortgage plus note equals a security they can change, but you get rid of any one of these parts. This doesn't exist. But they're out there selling this in the stock market. It's called stock fraud, it's called investor fraud. This you report to SEC. Now, if they take that note and deposit it, okay? Now, there's a whole other issue because they never had the right to do this. You never gave them the right. That note was supposed to remain here, so when you pay off this mortgage, the note comes back to you so you can do this and nobody ever collect on it again. The second note, they denied this event from happening. They denied the future from happening of the return of the note. Now they owe you a new future or a new security. Why? Securities are just futures. And since they decided they were going to exercise a right, remember that, the exercise of right, the simple exercise of the right creates a use of fraud.
Why not take the promissory note and accept it for honor and send it to the treasury and be done and have no mortgage at all?
Right, but you do that too, but now if they don't do it, it's now a use of fraud in the ASM. So you're taking, not only you're taking it and defending the state by protecting the stock market, but now you're taking all of this, and this is what U.S. is beneficiary. Okay, this is what you're going to be giving to the Treasury. This event.
3949 days.
This is the one you give them. And let them go after them, and you authorize collection. You authorize the collection. This end of it, you report the SEC. They have forms up for that. Because they deposited the note, that means the mortgage and the note no longer equals a security. They have already sold it, you want the SEC to investigate. And they will go investigate.
Also, Schneiderman, the Attorney General for New York State, also has a hotline for trust violations because the mortgage and the note had to go into the trust pursuant to New York State trust law, and to qualify with a pool and service agreement with a closed escrow in 90 days. Failure to do so now makes it 100% tax liability.
Right, they no longer have that tax.
Is that just in New York, or does that apply to
all states? Everywhere. Alaska, yeah.
So when they do this, and then they lose that 95% tax exemption too. Now it's 100% on the capital gain.
Yep.
And the capital gain is not just the face value of the note. The capital gain is the note value face value
It's a whole
plus any profits. Which could be, I don't know, what was it, 170 times?
175. The tranches are about 70 times. The factoring by the banks is anywhere from 80 to 50 times. The insurance proceeds, the mortgage-backed securities, so the collateralized debt obligations. Yeah.
If you have a $100,000 note, 170 times that amount. Now they owe a capital gain on that 17 million. The one who brings the claim. Had better be bonded. 26 USC 2032 capital A E11 is a qualified heir. They had better be bonded, or they have personal liability for 100% of that capital gain that they're trying to get.
Of the total amount of all the tranches and everything else.
Correct.
So you bankrupt them. Excuse me, Counselor, just bring your checkbook.
That's a, what's that?
26 USC.
26 USC 2032 capital A parentheses E parentheses 11.
Lowercase e.
Yeah, lowercase e, capital A.
So what, that's, so the note has an endorsement that reflects the deposit.
Correct.
What would you do if they presented you the original note in court?
Oh, you would accept it right on the front, turn that thing over, and pay the United States. Why? You're the damn grantor of the trust. The only reason it's in court is because there's a defect in the trust.
Now, where's the place they can only deposit it with the
Right.
treasury?
The defect in the trust is you never assigned it anywhere.
It was abandoned.
How did they get assignment?
It was
Did you
abandoned.
know they have to put in a motion to even get grant to bid? They don't own that damn note. They're just making claim to the product and the proceeds.
If it's in a federal court
Salvage.
already,
Uh-huh.
in the case.
Oh, it's in federal court, it's even better. Because under Attorney General's manual, all negotiable instruments are governed under federal law, not state law.
Okay.
All of them,
Which includes the note.
which includes the note, and includes any securities. Securities are governed under Title 15.
Even though it's not, it doesn't show up on the SEC,
Yep, it's an unregistered security.
that's what I can
Now, one of the other things is too, is that when we've done a request to close of escrow and through discovery of what's known as a money net daily transfer log, and the money net daily transfer log shows from the district, federal district, or the